welcome to the Fox 5, the series that explores the world of Fox Rehabilitation through an original list created by a Fox colleague. And welcome back to the Fox 5, Fox physical therapist and our Senior Director of Quality Assurance and Professional Development, Rosie Sheehan. Welcome back.
Thank you. Thanks for having me back. So happy to be here. I love this show.
You know the drill. Yeah, you know the drill. You've been here before. You give a list. You get people excited to work with Fox. So, Rosie,
I'm way more relaxed, not camera shy anymore. I've got this.
You weren't camera shy for the first one. You were great.
Yeah, I was just sweating, you know.
I've seen you present at CSM. Rosie Sheehan doesn't get nervous. Do you?
Yeah.
All right. Well, you don't
really
don't show it.
Really good at masking.
Okay, that's good. So, very important question, Rosie. What is your Fox 5?
My Fox 5 today are 5 things I didn't know when I signed on to be a Fox colleague.
Whoa, this is going to be an interesting one.
Yeah, hopefully a little different.
Number 1, I didn't know I would be doing these Fox 5 videos.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm speaking for you.
I had no idea. The media, well, there was really no social media when I first joined the practice. It existed, but not like the platform we have now. So we're
blowing it out of the water now. So I'll step back. Rosie, what is number 1 on your Fox 5?
Number 1 is I had no idea the amount of mentorship that was going to be available. So when I signed on, I knew I was going to be in the new grad program. And they said, yeah, you'll have a mentor. But I had no idea what that meant. So I was like, oh, I'll have someone that I'll call if I have a problem. But what I really found, and what all of you have found by being here, is that included more than just my mentor. That included the RQAL, the RD, the senior, everyone that was there. So I think I had no idea how much support I would have coming into it as a new grad, and just how that helped develop me into the therapist I am today.
Layers and layers of support.
Yes. Yeah, it just keeps on coming. I love it.
So, Rosie, what is number 2 on your Fox 5?
Number 2 is I had no idea the opportunities for growth I would have. I have not been practicing for very, very long, right? I've only been practicing for about 6 years. And it's just, it blows my mind.
Still a decent amount of time, 6 years.
Yeah, but what I've done in those 6 years and what this practice has allowed me to do, growing clinically, but through getting GCS, but also just through leadership, is something that I had no idea would even be possible. So I think just those opportunities to kind of say what you want to do and be able to do it, I think is something I was didn't even know I could dream about.
I think that's a little bit it's a little bit of Fox and it's a little bit of you.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Because you took initiative. You got to take initiative. All right.
Right. Well,
so that brings us to number.
Yeah,
that takes it to number 3 on your Fox 5.
This one is also a little bit I didn't realize how amazing it would be to be able to move around. And granted, it may not seem like a big move to a lot of people, but me moving from New York to New Jersey is a huge difference if you're from this area. But even beyond that, the ability to move around and still maintain being able to have the best job in the world and not having to start over and getting to meet new leadership, but still being part of the Fox practice in the Fox family. So I think that ability to not be afraid to keep going wherever you want to go in your life, I think is great. You can still do that with Fox. And now we're in so many different states.
We treat in half of the United States of America. Right. So it's hey, if you want to move to Florida, you can move to Florida and still work with Fox.
Yeah. And when I took on this new position and started working in Florida more, I was hey, we could go here.
You could do it.
I could do this. Yeah. So, I think that's something that you don't see a lot of places.
Although it did hurt me a little because when I first met you, you were just transitioning into the world of New Jersey. And I'm I could have had a Fox friend in New York City. Now you're in New Jersey. But you're not that far away. And we got to hang out at CSM. So
Right.
It's all good.
Culturally, it's totally different, right? But you're hey, I'm only geographically 5 miles away.
You're not that far away. Yes.
It feels much further.
So what is number 4 on your Fox 5?
Number 4. I did not realize how many incredible patients I would get to work with. I get to hear their amazing stories. So I think that I knew I always was interested in working with older adults, but I don't think I could grasp the life experiences they had and just the ability to get to know them. And we know that beyond our plans of care, just really getting to know our patients for who they are and their individuality. I think that has been such an eye-opening experience for me and brought me so much more kind of empathy and understanding for different people.
And it's intimate because you go into a patient's home where they live.
Exactly. You got to know them at a different level. Like, there's just no question about it. Like, you become a part of their life story too. And I think that's just really, you can't even put a price tag on that.
And Rosie, that brings us to number 5
Number
on your Fox 5.
I had no idea that I would meet some of my best friends through Fox. So I would say I have been to 2 Fox weddings this last wedding season. We've got Fox babies coming around, and I just got to say, like, I think you're always hopeful that you're going to like the people you work with. But I got to tell you, like, I've got such great friends out of here. Like, my Fox colleagues are my family. And, you know, if I need someone to watch my dog, which anyone who knows me, I'm obsessed with her. I've got a lot of people who will be willing to do that. And I just really couldn't have anticipated the amount of support that I have here.
For me, it was the opposite. One of my BFFs worked with Fox. And when I got the opportunity, I'm like, I'm going to work with one of my BFFs, of course.
Yeah, and now look at how many more BFFs you have, right? I mean,
I know. I've got more to the list. Look, I've got one right here.
Exactly,
I've got one on the Fox 5.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
So, Rosie, you'll have to do this again for your 3rd appearance on the Fox 5.
That sounds like a plan.
When you make your 5th appearance, we'll have like a special party.
Do I get like a pizza delivered while we're recording?
We'll do like what SNL does. I'll give you like a blazer with a crest on it.
Oh, wow. Okay, great. That sounds, I'm going to hold you to that.
All right.
All right, 3 more to go.
So for Rosie Sheehan, my name is Jim Shear, and we will see yins later.